Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to do something, again, slightly different. This is going to be an unboxing and then a little later on, a shave video. So unboxing kind of initial impressions. Now this one is, if you've seen the title below, is of the Leaf razor. Now this was sent to me by Leaf. I did not pay for it. However, that is not going to sway my thoughts or opinions on it. But in the little box, I got this little card here that just basically says, hey, here are some quick tips, how to take care of your razor, and then a diagram on how to snipe your blades and load them into the various slots. And then also got the Leaf razor itself. And then in here is a bunch of blades. These are, I already opened it up. They are 20 of the Astra SP blades. I guess these are the new packaging. Generally speaking, Astras do not work well for me on my face, but as they were kind of to send the blades as well, I will be using those in the Leaf for the first time I use it on my head. Now, this also came in another box that was very nicely wrapped, and then just had a little sticker in there to keep it in place, and it has the color of the razor also. Slide that out, and you get the Leaf razor. Now, if you've seen any other reviews, videos, whatever on this thing, you know that the construction is, it's quality. It is definitely good. I like the heft. The screw on here, you can just tighten it, you can loosen it. You can see there's a little bit of play, maybe. It will not come out. And then you just take flip that up and you can load your various blades. So that's the quick semi-unboxing, I guess. And I'll be using this a little bit later on, and I'll be shaving my head. So, I guess I will talk to you guys in just a few moments. All right, so one thing I wanted to point out is that the wrapper for the blades looks like this. This is different than any Astra SP blades that I've ever received, or that I've ever used before. And this, I snapped it in half, getting ready to load it, which I was gonna do off camera, but I wanted to show this because this is not the laser etched. This actually has the Astra Superior Platinum on the blade. It looks like it's a little bit more visible. So these might be different than what I've used in the past. So I look forward to the first use of these blades. All right, I just loaded this, and this has been said numerous times about this razor, but loading it is actually really dang easy. As I think Chris Madden and Chris Bailey have shown, or Chris Madden from The Other Cut Above and Chris Bailey from IMCDB have shown, when this flips up here, you just load your different blades in the various trays, and each tray has a magnet to hold the blade in place. So I could do this, that blade's still there. So that's really cool. I do like that feature. And then with this, I know in earlier versions or iterations of the Leaf, there was issues with that screw falling out, and Leaf listened and made it so this won't just come out when it's done. So we have it loaded with all three blades, and I'll be doing a head shave with this a little later on. All right, and now to the shave part of this. So I've just finished a face shave with, not the Leaf, a different razor, but I am using WSP's Blackbeard. As most of you know that have been watching my channel for a while, know that I tend to use WSP for the first time using a brand new razor or a brand new blade. In this case, a little bit of both, because it is the Astra SPs that I'm not familiar and haven't used before in this Leaf. Now I do, as I mentioned, I love the heft of this stuff. It's definitely a well-built razor. So let's go ahead and wet the face, or wet the head in this case. Sorry, Chris, I'm not going to be using the Mr. method right now just to wet the head. But I did use the Mr. to create my bowl lather. Now, anyway, so I have the lather whipped up beautifully in my copper Captain's Choice bowl. I kind of worked it a little bit after the face shave. And I'm using my Craving Shaving Soothsayer with a 26 mil Duro nut. Now on the head, I have about 36 hours worth of growth or so. I shaved Sunday morning. And it is, at the time of recording, Monday evening. I will say, as I mentioned earlier, that Leaf did send this to me. But I have to say I'm super impressed with the turnaround time on the shipping. I got notification that it shipped on Saturday from Connecticut. And it got to me Monday. Super impressed by that. And also something I noticed when I was looking at their Instagram account today or earlier is you can get their deluxe package, which has the Leaf, I think it's 50 blades, and a razor stand, which if I do enjoy this razor, I will most likely be getting a stand. I don't have many stands for razors. I have 0 stands for razors. Anyway, I digress. But they also have their blade bank. And I saw on Instagram with the blade bank that if you fill it, and it can hold, they said hundreds of basically half DE blades, send it back to them and they will recycle it. Because I know for most places, for me, for example, I cannot put used blades in my recycle bin. They're considered, what is it? Not hazmat. Hazmat type. Bio, whatever you want to call it. I can't think of the proper term. It's been a long week already. So anyway, here we go. As I normally do, going to go kind of front to back, and down the side and back and all that stuff. So we'll just go here. No pressure on this because I heard it also can bite. Okay, I do like the pivoting head, especially as you get back towards the back of my head. Leather's really hydrated, rinsed very clean. I keep wanting to put it at an angle. Like it would with the DE. I don't want to lay it flat, I want to keep putting it at like a DE or SE angle. And that doesn't work. I will say this is very smooth. I'm not getting a lot of audio feedback even with the 36-hour growth. But so far, so good. There's some feedback as you get to a little more hair in the head. I never want to shave my head with a shirt on either. I'm liking the longer handle. I was a little concerned with the longer handle on this, and you can see it's taking off that hair absolutely beautifully. I must also say that I have not used a cartridge razor on my head, like an actual cartridge, in a very long time. It's been a very long time. No, I have used everything from a cartridge on the head, the head blade. Let's see what else I used. I've used like the Mach 3, the Schick, what is it, Schick Hydro cartridge razors, the head blade as I mentioned earlier, your Rockwell 6C, a Future, you know, plenty of DE razors. I've used single-edged razors, the Starling, the Sabre, the MMOC, or the Micromatic Open Comb for those that don't know that abbreviation. Okay, a little bit of pressure, does not seem to be too bad. And it's taking this down quickly. You can see, maybe you can see that if it'll focus. The back of the razor is not wanting to focus. Maybe, come on. But yeah, it's taking it down. I'm not, surprisingly, I'm not feeling the irritation from this Astra blade, or Astra blades. I do have the 3 loaded in here, that I normally get with Astra blades. I may have to try one of these and a DE razor. This is very nice. I'm liking the longer handle on here. This is this is really, really good. Now, as I mentioned, I have used plenty of things, and I've shaved my head even with a Dovo Chevette, at least one pass, front to back. Kind of the same thing I did here. Just started on the crown of my head, went back, and then here I went down with the Chevette. So I have plenty of experience with different razors on the old head. May not do it always on camera or during live shaves, which I haven't done for quite a while, but I've been shaving my head for almost 10 years. Not always with artisan soap and such. I just hit my 2-year wet shaving anniversary last week. But I've used plenty of different cartridges and everything else prior to that, and I continue shaving my head. I do have to say that the leaf is one of the easiest first passes I've ever had to do. With the Chevette, it was a little nerve-wracking to say the least. And I have heard this can be a little slick when wet. I'm not feeling that right now, but my hands are pretty dry. I do have to get used to the angle of how to put it flat on my head. I have to get out of my DE, SE mindset while using this. I mean, I'm still holding it like I would a DE, very light touch. And with this, you can actually put a little bit of pressure on it like you would a cartridge razor. And that is pretty smooth. I still have to go a little bit of cleanup, which I will do also. Craftsmanship and the craft knit, I cannot talk, it's been a long day. Still in the process of unboxing things and cleaning up the old place, and it's always fun. But the craftsmanship on this razor is absolutely fantastic. And I can really feel like I can get in here and just kind of go to town. I mean, I know it can cut and do some damage. If you're not careful, it will cut you, from what I've seen and heard other people say. But it feels great on the head. This is one of the best head razors I have used, just on the first impressions. I've recently been using the Zazor, or it is, for those that are unfamiliar with that, it is a Commissary style DE Chevette. I've been using that on the head. Or also the MMLC does a phenomenal job. Gets really close. Now this gets really close. I've never been one to really pay attention as far as the grain on how my hair grows. On the head, I just know here it kind of goes to the side, the back's a little wonky. I've never been too concerned with BBS on the head, or even on the face. I just wanted a nice, comfortable, close shave. And if I have a few spots, not a big deal. On the neck going across, something I never do with the DE, 0 issues. And that is highly efficient. Very smooth. One of the easiest head shaves I've had in a long time. And after I got used to being, putting this flat on my head, letting the spring kind of do its thing, and once I got used to that a little bit, granted this is the first shave with the leaf, and speaking with a few individuals, they said it takes a few shaves to get it really dialed in. Chris over at 9CDB, not Chris, at another cut above with Chris. Both of them really turned me onto the leaf in the first place. Maybe I just got myself around the corner. Maybe it just was getting the edge. But wow. All right, definitely impressed with this. It is smooth, it is efficient, it is lightweight. Not lightweight, but it has a good weight to it. This has a really good heft, but not heavy that's going to be unwieldy. It is just fantastic. Definitely one that I enjoy using. Do a quick cold water rinse. Oh man. A little bit of hair still here, but it didn't really go that way. Right around the ears. And the ears are always a trouble spot, just because of how my hair grows. Sometimes if I get a little stray hair that I can't give the DE or whatever, I'll grab a Chevette and just kind of go around it. But wow. And there, took that part off. Yep, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I am impressed with this razor. It is easy to use, easy to load, very smooth. One of the best and closest and easiest head shaves I've had in a long time. I did use this on a head shave, and it was easy, but not as efficient. If you watch Chris's video, which I'll put a link to in the description below, where he compared the Broman or Brahmin to the leaf, where the leaf was a clear winner, I can see why. This is fantastic. As far as head shaves go, this is going to be one of my go-tos. It works really, really well, and I'm impressed by the performance. This is one of the kind of a very easy to never think about it head shave, where even if I use, bear with me just 1 second here, where is it? Lately I've been using this. This is the Zazor, the DE Chevette, or the MMLC, which if you all know the MMLC, you just step out of line a little bit, you're gonna cut yourself. But you can get a really close shave with it, but you gotta be careful. The leaf, was almost effortless to get a phenomenal close shave. So after my initial impressions, would I recommend this? Absolutely. I'm gonna let my wife try it as well, see what she thinks of it, and I may have to fight her for it. Or I might have to go buy one for myself or her. But wow, I am very impressed. The blades were actually not bad, surprisingly for an Astra blade. As I mentioned, I will try that on my face, and I'll try the leaf on my face as well. Especially try to square up the goatee or anything, or get any ears we can't give the Chevette. But anyway, thank you for tuning in to my initial impressions and first shave with the leaf. It's not even a double-edged, single-edged cartridge, kind of a hybrid type razor. I don't know how to classify it, but it is awesome. It works. I believe the hype after using it. I see everyone that has used this to switch for head shaves really likes it. At least the people I've talked to. And I know I do know a lot of people out there that aren't sold on it, but I thoroughly enjoy it. It's one that I'll be using very often, especially here while I'm at home. I don't know if they have a travel case for it. So Leaf, if you guys watch this video, might I recommend creating a travel-friendly case for those like myself that pre-pandemic traveled frequently for work, because this would be a fantastic razor on business trips to keep my head nice and shiny. Anyway, thank you guys again for tuning in for this kind of unique video to this channel, and I will catch you guys in another video. Y'all have a good one.